Early morning city market, streets uneasy in the dark, nothing stirring, nothing moving. Markets men are early at their work. In the morning early, I've done me stint in loaves and puddings, worked a long night through in the bakery, come home in the dawn like a jammy dodger, took a stroll by the loch and looked at the sea. In the morning early, and know these streets every windy corner. Where I've rumbled and drank, I've wept and I've sung, seen the red brick sky up a Belfast morning, been down to the docks, heard the river run. In the morning early, build your ring roads, high-rise buildings, glass and concrete up to the sky. Markets men don't want to know them. I was born down here and here I'll die. Markets a residential town.
Thanks, Annie. What, some of these?
Those?
What did you ask for?
Spangles. Spangles. Which one is it? Lemon? Is he cola or orange?
First of all, when I'm coming,
Okay.
I should have come over at 1:30. I changed it to 1:30. Come over early. Go back late.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, when I was a youth, I think was anything up to about 3,000 people lived in the market area. I don't know. It was the facilities in the area wasn't. You just made your own enjoyments. But as time's going on, we call the old houses are falling down and people are moving up the Armour Road area and elsewhere. Enough of that. Emigrating to Canada and Australia, rest of the world, you know. But still a lot of old people around the market area still, you know. But changes, well, there is changes in it, you know, with places closing down, like Waters' bakery was closed down. Then I fancy the market areas, the markets, the fruit markets are closing down. That we call the abattoir. Well, all these people, majority of people working in these places, and well, they've moved on elsewhere.
In the old days, men used to come from all parts of Down to sell their veg on the market. Now, speaking about the maize market now, by the way, not the fruit market. Now, well, today, there's very, very few people bring in vegetables today. That these semi-wholesalers today buy from the farmer and supply the shops. Now the market is practically finished. There's very, very few farmers come in and sell their wares in the markets. It's usually picked up by these semi-wholesalers at the farms, you see. In the old days, they would have brought in all classes of vegetables and fruit. The vegetable people were from Cumber, round the Lisburn, Mara and the maize. The fruit people would have came from like that strawberries, that type of stuff came from the maize. And there was a few Ported Down men came in and brought strawberries from Armagh, you see. Well, they still bring those. but it's altogether different now than what it was.
Who's it for?
You're in your friend's beer. Yeah, counterweight, for God's sake. I think I'm ready.
You need 7 now, right? That's correct. Okay, there's 1. There's 2, 3, 4. Seem to be frost. 5, 6. I wonder 7. How's that?
Yeah,
oh, gee, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
Well,
Okay, thank you very much.
That's
make 2 trips.
That'll do.
Okay.
Take him to bed.
When are we doing on Monday? About 30.
30 or 40 Monday.
Yeah.
30 of these for the morning. I want them a day for the morning. I'll put them in the van.
That's fine.
That
That's fine. Yeah.
But I colour them, but that suits me for the morning, you know.
That's grand. That's grand.
Well, Monday be alright for Monday.
Oh well, I'll keep you covered on Monday, yeah.
What size are I? Would make it small.
Well, there's these Patsy. They'll be no use to you, know?
I just do the market ready for
Are they?
What's the size? I'll come 30 half days and colour them.
Just wasn't it there. Just wasn't it. Yeah.
You can make it up to 30, that's small.
That's grand, yeah.
30 of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today, and all the money I left here today goes to the Widows and Orphans Funds. My owner is the widow, and I'm her son, Jack the orphan. So it goes to the Widows and Orphans Funds, you see.
Lovely French birds, Victoria, everything. Come on, that good looking fella they are. Sit here for the ticket. Just sit here, like. You're not take out Artie G. Come on in, love. Come on in, love. Come on in, you can put you in the front of things. Wouldn't say anything. Bananas 2.10 pence. Any pears? Yes, take the 12 pence a pair, love.
I've handled greens from the garden. I've sweated with spuds from the county down, sliced fish on a slab, cut hard glass herring, and I pumped them on a cart through a northern town. In the morning early,
I went to get me overall on clothes and like.
Jimmy Turley.
Oh, when I was a youth, I wouldn't deny it. We call you made your own enjoyment. So you did. No, it's well, one of the games we used to play, and I think it was a standard procedure in Belfast at that period of time, was kick a tin. It's a matter of putting a tin in the middle of the road and kicking it, and the other sort of gang chases you. Swimmers, and we used to go up to the lag and up along the lag in the towpath on Sunday there and to have a dip. Well, usually, well, that's, you made your own enjoyment. Comparison to the young ones nowadays, like the enjoyment's made for them. No, you made your own enjoyment, so you did. But, well, young ones still in the market area are still good kids, you know.
Make me an offer and I'll give you a bargain, a good luck piece to mend the deal. But me head screwed on, I'm a wheeler dealer of the gift of the gab, and I know how to sell. I'm up in the morning early.
My pet theory about a good dealer is to go back to the days of old James Morgan, traded as Ali Morgan and Sons. His pet theory was well bought as half sold. Well, I think that makes a good dealer in any business, because you're not limited profit margin if your stuff well enough bought. But then again, suppose today with government controls on so many things, it's just hard to buy things as cheap. Like even you take car dealing today, it's kind of way controlled by, where are the roads, son? It's kind of way controlled by profit margins, you know, by guarantees and so on like this. Where
some advice that you give in the old days to young whose parents would ask you how to make their son a dealer?
I would tell them to go out with very little money, and then they couldn't spend too much. They would have to buy cheap. It's the only logical thing I could think of, because I think dealing is a thing that you acquire through experience. Like some people that I know, like in certain parts of the family, were really good dealers, and other parts I couldn't deal at all. You get it in many cases whereby a father has acquired a good business and retired out of the business or died or something like that, and the business was passed over to the family. The family couldn't manipulate it at all because they had money, and the father started off with no money. The same thing applies to bookmaking.
Oh yes, it was very noisy. And this street was very noisy because the Russells had their big horses. They had big Clydesdales going to the docks in the morning. Oh, about 5 o'clock in the morning you'd hear them going out. And there were cobblestones in the streets then. And you imagine that would be rattling up and down. Pictures would be all aslant in the morning. Every morning you had to straighten with the vibration. Must have been good houses to stand up. And if you met them there going to church, you'd find they're hardly ever going alone. They're going in ones and twos. The elderly person, somebody else is taking her. Never, a person wouldn't be alone in the market. They would divide their last crust with their neighbour. And I think the present generation would do the same.
Da da dum dum da 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 dee da. Dee da dum dum da da dum dum da da dee 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 dum. Dee da dum dum da da dum 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 da dee 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 da. Dee da dum dum da da dee da da dee 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 dum. Dee da dum dum da da dum dum. Dee da 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 da. Dee da dum 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 da da dum. Doodle doo 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 doo.
There never was great poverty in it, you know. There was always the odd shilling to be earned at the kettle and different things. There never was real poverty in that way, as there would have been in the mills or that area, you see. Oh, this is that warmth. But I suppose if they were striking a bargain, if they were dealing in horses there at the fair, or even in their market, probably in their fruit business, they would wait for the last penny. But that's only business. I wouldn't say that's nothing wrong about that.
As a boy, I would have bought, especially in the spring of the year, I would have bought 2 or 3 dozen bunches of rhubarb. It wasn't very dear those days, about a penny or twopence a bunch. And that's the old pence. And I would have sold those around the doors. And I always was, I suppose you counted thrifty, and it was always put away. And my parents never had to buy clothes for me. I always could have bought my own suits in those days.
It's down to the pub for a pint and a chaser, a look at the world through an upturned glass, then back to the job in the best of order. It's no use sitting on your ass in the morning early.
Hey,